Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning into the video today. Well, in this video, I actually got a couple different things to talk about, so hopefully we can merge it into one and make it make sense. So I just wanted to talk about gold prospecting a little bit, but before I did that, I wanted to talk about the nomadic lifestyle a little bit. So guys, how much money do you need to live in your van, your truck, or car? Even though I really don't recommend living in a car just because of the space issues, but people do it. However, if you're saving up to get into this lifestyle, I do recommend going with a pickup truck or a van. I think you'll be a lot happier and a lot better off with it. Well, I really can't tell you how much money you need every month to live this lifestyle. I can only tell you how much money I need as a bare minimum every month. Well, really, when I go out, I usually stay on the road anywhere from 4 to 7 months at a time. This last trip, I was out just right around 7 months. Now, guys, I'm working to make this lifestyle a full-time lifestyle, and you guys that are subscribed to this channel already know that. But if you aren't, go ahead and smash that sub button and come along for the journey. So, I need around $500 every month, and that will give me enough money to eat like a king. I mean, I'll be able to eat good. I'll be pretty much able to buy any groceries that I want. I'll be able to fill up the gas tank a few plus times, and I might even be able to save a little bit on that, because when I go out and hit the road, I usually stay in an area anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks at a time, sometimes longer, because I go out and go gold prospecting, and if I find a spot that has gold, well, then I set up my camp and I'm there for 3 weeks or even a month at a time, and I'm not really moving around that much. So I might go to town once a week or once every 2 weeks, and other than that, I'm staying around the same area. Now, I might cruise around 50 miles this way or 50 miles back that way if I'm prospecting, but once I get to an area, I'm usually staying in around that general area, so I'm saving on fuel and all that. So $1,000 a month would be great. If I could have an income coming in of $1,000 every month, wow, I could do a lot. But bare minimum, $500 a month would be great. Right now, I'm working on making passive income sources and figuring out how I can make a reoccurring $500 every month, because I want to jump into the next subject. And I think a lot of us, why we want to live this nomadic lifestyle, I know this is a huge reason why I want to live this way, because I don't know any other lifestyle which will allow me to do what I love to do, which is to go out gold prospecting, be in nature, and just be in the great outdoors doing what I love to do every day. Like I said, gold prospecting and just being out in nature and being free. And if you have an apartment or a house payment and all that kind of stuff, well, the bills add up pretty quick. And this lifestyle isn't for everybody. But if you are on the fence about it and you want to try it, I do highly suggest that you give it a try, and that way you can say for yourself whether you like it or not. But guys, when I started pursuing this lifestyle, my dreams have changed when I started in my early 20s, and now I'm starting out my 30s. However, I still want to be a full-time gold prospector, so when I started gold prospecting, it wasn't as a hobby. It was actually as a way to try to make some money, which would allow me to live this lifestyle, which I'm still chasing right now. And I do believe that I will get there 100%. But as far as relying on the gold, because a lot of people want to know, can you make a living off gold prospecting? I believe that you can. I will say this, a gold miner is only as good as the ground that you have, because you could be the best gold miner in the world, the best gold prospector, but if you don't have the ground, well, you're not going to get any gold. So when I'm gold prospecting, I'm on a small scale level, guys. I have dredges and stuff like that, and I don't want to make excuses or anything like that, but if I were able to run a dredge out in California right now, which is currently illegal, and it has been illegal for about 10 years now, which has changed my dreams and has changed my vision a little bit. I know that California is supposed to be getting legal again, but as far as building a plan and building a gold mining career and a future, off of being able to dredge in California, well, I'm not making my plan off of that anymore, just because, well, it's already been about 10 years now. And guys, I'm really hoping that California gets legal and everything again, but I'm not building my plan off of that, if that makes sense, just because, well, I can't rely on California to become legal again, because it's been 10 years now. So I have to figure out a different way, and I have to make a different plan. So guys, I'm going after this full-time van lifestyle right now. This is the lifestyle that I want to live. I dream of being able to get in the van and turn the key, and you know, that's the thing I love about van life and the nomadic lifestyle. If you get tired of being in one area, you get in the driver's seat, you turn the key, and you're off to your next destination. So to live this lifestyle comfortably, and because guys, I usually budget at well under $500 a month when I'm out on the road, and I have been that way for the last 7-8 years that I've been on the road. always go out usually with a couple $1,000s in my pocket, and I can usually stretch that money 6 to 7 months. So if you do the math there, you can see that my budgeting is very, very, I'm not spending that much money every month, guys. And when I'm working with hand tools and sluice boxes and stuff like that, well, I'm not using any fuel. But when I'm running my dredge, then I'm spending a little bit more money, which I'm hoping that I'm going to have a greater return. However, sometimes it doesn't work out that way, and you need to have a little bit of income coming in. So guys, in the past, I've always counted on my gold, and it's always been able to keep me on the road a little bit longer. And quite truthfully, what I've been looking for is a 5, 10, 15, 20 ounce pocket that would really help me going. Now, I've hit some nice pockets when I'm out gold prospecting and gold mining. I've dug out several plus ounces in this spot. I've dug out ounces from this spot, a couple ounces from this spot, but I've also gone through times when I haven't found much gold at all. Sometimes when you're out gold prospecting, you have dry spells, which is why a lot of people would tell you not to try to make a living off gold prospecting. However, if you are going to prospect and make an income off of it, I can tell you what I've heard many other gold miners say: you need to have enough finance to keep going and keep going. You can't quit, because when you quit, well, then you're not out looking for the gold, and you get off the trail. So I go out and I run a sluice box and I run a dredge, guys, and I think if I was out in California dredging, I'm pretty confident that I could do pretty well out there and I could support myself to live this van lifestyle full time. However, since you can't dredge out in California, and you don't always find gold when you're out prospecting with the sluice box, I mean, you don't always find the gold, you don't always find the kind of gold that you need, or at least I haven't been able to find the kind of gold that I need all the time. I've had times when I've done great, but I've also had times where there's dry spells and I'm not finding a lot of gold, and I need to have the resources for gas to put in my vehicle and to buy a little bit of food and all that kind of stuff. So guys, what I'm working for right now and what I'm building for in my vision, you have to start somewhere, is I'm working on building a reoccurring $500 monthly income. If I knew I was getting that money once a month, $500 would allow me to put gas in my gas tank. It would allow me to pay a little bit of bills that I have. It would allow me to buy some food, and I might even be able to save a little bit of that. I'm actually pretty confident that I could save a little bit of that. Maybe not every month, but a lot of months I could. I usually live on about a couple $100 a month when I'm on the road, between gas and food. Guys, usually I live the debt-free lifestyle. I don't have any bills. I don't have any credit card payments or anything like that. I currently do, like I said, because I got myself in the debt this last gold dredging season, which wasn't my brightest move in the world, but hey, I wanted a gold dredging season at all expense, and now I'm going through the pain of it. I was really hoping that I would find some more gold in Idaho than what I did, but hey, that's the way that works when you're out prospecting. You're not guaranteed to find any gold, and that's just the way that my season worked out. I ended up finding a little bit of gold in Idaho, but it wasn't enough gold that I needed to pay the bills and stuff like that. So to get back to the main point of this conversation, I do believe that you can be a professional gold prospector and still make a pretty good wage doing it. However, I think you need to have the resources to keep going. You need to have some money up front to get started. You got to be able to keep prospecting, and remember, what is your idea of the lifestyle that you want to live? Right now, the lifestyle that I want to live is I want to be able to camp out of my Astro van here, which is turned into a full custom camper van. I got a stove, I got a refrigerator, I got a bed, I got a nice swivel seat that turns around, which I'm sitting on right now talking to you guys. Before, I've always camped out in my pickup truck, but I like to have the van because, well, the van has a solid roof over the head, and I could use a bigger vehicle, but I'm happy with the Astro van, guys. So I got my van right now, and I've had months when I've brought in thousands of dollars gold prospecting, guys, but I've also had months where I've had dry spells and I've hardly done a couple $100. So you just have to have the resources to keep going, and you gotta not give up. You gotta be able to keep going. So yeah, guys, I've decided that, I can't count on the gold for my income right now. And I can count on it as a good side income right now. I can use it as an additional income, but to be able to stay on the road and do this lifestyle full time, well, I've got to create other income sources, which will get me to $500 every month. And eventually, I do believe 100% I'll be able to live off the gold that I find. I just need to get going. I need to be able to stay on the road for at least 2 years solid, where I be able to go out prospecting every day and look for new ground, and maybe even possibly stake my own mining claim. And I need to be able to stay out on the road and do that. All right, guys, that's all I got at right now. That's what I'm pushing for, to make a reoccurring $500 through passive income. That's my dream, and that's the vision that I'm pushing for. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Smash that sub button to come along for the ride, and I'll talk to you in the next one.